The world is coming.
We are on our way.
80 cities.
We can't wait to get there.
С нетерпением ждем встречи.
30 nations.
See you soon.
Wir sehen uns bald.
1,500 athletes. Lake Macquarie International Children's Games, coming this December.
Hey everyone, sorry we can't be there with you guys tonight. We have our school dance on and we were torn between coming and speaking with you guys or going to one of our social highlights of the year. Thankfully with technology we can come and share our experiences with you tonight even if we're not there in person, so thank you.
On Saturday, the 6th of December 2014, 8 swimmers, 4 athletes, 2 coaches and our head of delegation braved the 6 a.m. start to meet the bus and begin the 11-hour trip to Lake Macquarie in order to take our place at the International Children's Games. As we boarded, we were excited, some were a little overwhelmed, and to be honest, as teenagers, many of us were just looking to sleep. But this was not the start of our journey. It actually commenced at the beginning of 2014, when the planning began. For us to reach that cool morning, to reach that bus, it took the commitment of many people. It took the work of Joanne Ruffin of the Berrigan Shire to help our dreams become reality, the planning of fundraising by our parents, the support of local businesses, and most importantly, the willingness of local service clubs to take a risk and sponsor our participation. For the commitment and dedication, we wish to try and express our gratitude for investing in us, the youth of Berrigan Shire, to help us participate in this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Because of your generosity, we got to wear the green and gold, to have the name of our country on our back, to bear the logo of our shire, and to tell kids all around the world that we do actually live in a place where we see kangaroos and koalas in the wild. We may have exaggerated some of those stories a little bit though. We hope that we are not the only group from this area to have this opportunity. We would dearly love that more young people have the chance to participate in the same amazing, life-changing experience. This time though, they get to leave Australia and go to Taiwan. Not bad for some kids from the Southern Riverina. So what are the International Children's Games? And why did we attend? Well, let's be honest. We are not potential international champions. Who are we kidding? We're not even national champions. But this is not what the International Children's Games are about, or ICGs for short. Even though they are part of the Olympic Committee, in fact the ICGs goes back to the Cold War in 1968, when a physical education teacher living in Slovenia had a vision to encourage peace and goodwill amongst children of different cultural backgrounds. He saw sport as a great way to facilitate this exchange. From the first games in which 9 towns took part, the ICGs has grown to an impressive event with more than 400 cities from 5 continents participating and embracing the original idea to promote peace and understanding. In 2014, the kids of Berrigan Shire were one of these teams, and we loved it. Many of us went to these games understanding how important they are in the current climate of fear and misunderstanding. In a world where we are taught to be afraid of difference, the ICGs helped us to realise the importance of celebrating difference. We got to hear about the different ways of life and embrace rather than feed kids. The great thing about not being potential medalists is that we were able to fully embrace the cultural interaction. We were there to do our best, get some PBs, but we went there with the goal to learn as much about kids from around the world as we could. As you can imagine, when you put approximately 1,500 kids together, aged between 12 and 15 years, there is a lot to say. Well, as country kids, we were happy to get involved and meet as many people as we could. This is not to say that we didn't take the competition seriously. We certainly did. Many of us had been training for months beforehand in order to do our best. Now in swimming, we measure everything by personal bests, or PBs. Well, we certainly achieved the PB goal in the pool. Out of 23 individual events, we achieved 15 individual PBs. That does not take into account the many PBs performed within our relay legs. We had similar success in the athletics. We may not have made the finals, but that gave us the time to meet up with others from around the world. The ICGs has a great tradition of exchanging badges. Now this is great on two fronts. One, we all got to walk away with souvenirs from around the world. We have brought some of these with us today if you'd like to look at them at the end. But secondly, and most importantly, it was a great icebreaker. After our 11-hour bus trip, we dumped our bags, grabbed our badges, and joined the hordes of kids outside our accommodation at the University of Newcastle. The race was on to exchange as many badges from as many different teams as possible. There was no time to be shy. Our first day was training, followed by the opening ceremony. All the teams arrived early, marshalling and exchanging team photos with one another. Then the ceremony began. It was filled with music and entertainment. Berrigan Shire had the honour of being the first team of the entire games to be introduced. When we walked out and saw the thousands in the audience and massive film cameras for the live telecast around the world, we were nervous, excited, but so proud to be wearing the green and gold. In our aim to embrace the experience, we started the dancing of all the athletes when Christina Arnoux sang My Island Home. Unfortunately, the night came to an abrupt end when the heavens opened and Lake Macquarie was hit by an enormous thunderstorm. As an outdoor event, we were evacuated. Sounds like the night should have been ruined, right? It just added to the excitement of our experience as we left. Running through the rain and later sharing our Aussie tattoos with those around us on the bus trip home. Those soaked uniforms came in handy applying the tattoos. Our days quickly formed a great routine. Mornings were dedicated to competition, afternoons to seeing some other sports and socialising with our new friends by just chatting or playing informal games of footy. The evenings were organised activities to promote ongoing friendships and exchange. These included a movie night, wildlife experience, and a beach party. Bless those lifesavers watching 1,500 kids in the waves with a belly full of meat pies and sausage rolls. Our nights continued beyond the formal events. For some of us, that involved the challenge of playing cards with the Germans with little common language and a pack of German cards. A lot of our team watched movies with others, and many of us took the chance to just talk. Our sign language skills have improved. In the age of social media, many of us have stayed in contact and lifelong friendships across the world have been made. Facebook is fantastic, most of the time. Our final evening concluded the games with a sense of sadness at the closing ceremony. After the end of the formal proceedings, we continued the party with a rave, dancing long into the night. While back at the accommodation, our small shire had a mini party of its own. So what did we learn from our experience? So much. Most of us come from hard-working families who don't have huge amounts of cash to spare. Many of us struggle to get out of our shire with any regularity, let alone travel internationally. The generosity of local organisations and service clubs allowed us to experience so much. They gave us the world. They literally gave us the world. Where else could we meet so many people? Where else would most of us play cards with the Germans and gossip with the Israelis? Where else could we dance the night away with kids from 400 cities? Where else would any of us participate in a sporting event on an international scale? We desperately hope that another group of Berrigan Shire athletes can also have this experience. Words cannot describe our gratitude for the world that the Shire, our parents and service clubs gave us, and the investment that they made in a bunch of kids from our local shire. In changing our world, maybe we can learn to make a better world. We hope that young people have the opportunity to share this experience with others, and we get to impact the future for the better. Thank you and good night.
I'll never give up.